The views expressed in this presentation are those of the hosts and guests and do not represent the views of any lodge, Grand Lodge, appended body, or any other person or persons whomsoever.
Brothers, we are at Refreshment.
I'll sit in the corner and look cool and be like, what up? That's me.
I don't want to talk about you either, Marty, but here we are.
Just because my style isn't death.
I truly regret this already.
I regret this.
A 10 of year faithful crest.
Oh man, it is great. I can feel this.
That's assuming anybody even watches the podcast.
Yeah.
The 5 minutes that I watched, I really did enjoy it.
Welcome to the At Refreshment Masonic Video Podcast. I'm your host, Wesley Reuter. Let's meet everyone else real quick. Over to my left, we have...
What's up, guys? Yoshi, Villa Park Lodge, number 1113, and a lot of other things.
Mark Victoria, Barrington Lodge 522, Filipinas Lodge 1180, and a bunch of other things.
Yeah, I keep forgetting to mention all the stuff I'm affiliated with, but I guess if I don't say this right away...
It's too long.
It's too long.
It's like now the part of the game we're in now, it's too many.
Do you really want to hear my damn titles?
Like, dude,
I'm
no,
sick of
it's
fucking saying
like
them.
it's nuts now. It's like so many titles that
It
we
is.
all each have now. Like
If you want
Oh, well, I mean, if you want to hear titles, wait for our guests.
oh
here.
yeah, our guest. You mean the book of his titles that he has? This frickin' guy.
Yeah, but he said he wasn't a nice Knight Mason, so I don't think he's as high up there as I once thought.
Yes, he is.
He
So-
is.
Yeah, he's in my my council.
Is that right? Say it off camera before you come on. All right. Anyways, we'll just bring him on right now. Everyone, welcome Mark Nokes. Mark.
Welcome to the show, brother.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, you're
Thank
welcome.
you. Wow. You're the first brother to come on with any bling.
Yeah, I know, right? With all the bling on and everything, man.
seriously.
Look at you, man. Like
Douse the
like,
lights
you
a little
need to,
bit there.
You know, like shine that up right there.
You just did it for the ladies, right?
I did. I wouldn't do it for you three.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know.
No,
It's not much.
especially Victoria.
Okay, well, since you put it that way, you want it on the show. What do you want to talk about?
Well,
No. So, Mark, you are a member of a number of Masonic bodies, as all of us here, but...
Well, let him introduce himself.
Yeah, with his list.
Yeah, what is his list? His
Okay,
You're
all
doing
right.
good.
All right, no, you guys take over.
What do you mean I take over? Just let him, you know.
Well, he's messing with his phone now.
okay. I don't want my phone going off.
Oh, okay, all right.
Oh, thank you.
All right.
I have lots of calls come in. They shouldn't
He's
come in
important,
during the
guys.
meeting.
Very
Oh, yeah,
important.
you're the important guy.
Yeah.
That's right.
No, but thank you for having me this evening for your podcast. I greatly appreciate that.
Thank you for coming on.
Yeah,
I
thank you
appreciate
so
it.
much. for coming on.
Main thing we're going to talk about is High 12 International, where I am the second vice president of that organization.
Okay.
And most of you know already, belong to most of the appendant bodies.
Yeah.
As you all mentioned, you belong to a lodge. I belong to Palatine Lodge number 314, past master there. And currently, I am the current master of the Illinois Lodge of Research at this time. And unlike most blue lodges, that's a 2-year term.
Really?
Yes.
For Illinois Lodge of Research?
Yes.
Really?
Yeah,
Okay.
we follow the same guidelines as the Grand Master's line does.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
I mean, they just feel it's a lodge by dispensation, so we have do things just a little bit differently.
Yeah.
Can you campaign for that? What is that like?
You cannot campaign because that would be electioneering, so that is bad to
Okay.
do. But what you can do is you can petition the lodge, you get voted in, and then like any other lodge, the worshipful master points at the bottom of the line, and then you start going through. It's just like a regular progressive line.
Okay.
That's how it works.
Cool.
And just give an example who's in my line. Past Grand Master, Barry Ware is my treasurer.
Oh, yeah, that's right. I did hear
Yeah.
Barry was a part of that.
And what happened is just not in the geographical area, it's statewide.
Okay.
So I can pull from any Master Mason in good standing to be in line. So And but
Now, do you have a building? What is it, or is it online? What is the Lodge of Research?
the Lodge of Research basically is virtual, but at the same time we rent space from Bloomington Lodge.
Okay.
Oh, wow,
Bloomington
you're
Normal.
close. Okay.
Yes.
Well, the being close to us is that what I mean?
2
up here
hours.
north. Yeah.
But that's where our physical location is.
Huh. Okay. It's not bad. I thought you were farther. I don't know why, but okay.
Now, Bloomington is relatively in the middle of the state, so it's 2.5 hours from almost anybody.
So, what is it like at the Lodge of Research? Is it all fun and games, or are you guys just bookworms? Sitting there drinking tea, or are you guys getting drunk and throwing philosophy out to each other? What are you guys doing?
All the above.
Togas?
No.
Good, thank God.
No, actually, it is a true research lodge. And some of you know this brother. We just talked about him a few minutes before I came on. Worshipful brother John Meek. He has written a couple books. He is part of the Lodge of Research. What is mandated to be in the progressive line, you must have a publication. You must write a paper.
Wow.
Okay.
And if you don't, if you want to progress, don't write.
Okay,
If you
what
want
does
to-
it have to be published by?
When I say published, it has to be written and then submitted to the Lodge of Research. Then R.J. Johnson or some other brothers can help us get that published out there for you.
Okay.
And the topic can be on anything Masonic that you want it to be, on any appendant body that you want it to be. It's your paper. It's your research. One paper I did, I don't know if Mark heard of it or not.
Is there guidelines you have to follow?
There are guidelines, and I can get those out to you. They're not very specific.
Well, I'm not going to write a paper. Look at me. You really think I'm going to write a
Well,
paper?
actually,
book,
what
so-
paper I wrote was on the Lord's Prayer by Benjamin Franklin, and the different versions of it. And I would say that Brother Benjamin Franklin prayer made more sense than ours.
Yeah.
It flowed smoother. It worked a lot easier than most Lord's prayers are today.
Okay.
My opinion.
Okay. No, I'm not familiar with that. I'd have to look that up too.
You'd have to read.
Yeah.
Well, send us a link.
Yeah, I'm reading other things. So just I don't know. I was a little disappointed with the Lost Keys of Freemasonry by Manly P. Hall. I was expecting something a little different, but it was still a good book. Don't get me wrong, but I've kind of steered away from Masonic authors lately.
Yeah.
So.
Well, man, when we first start, I mean, I'm not saying we've already had a few years into it. You read so much by so many different brothers. After a while, you're just like, all right, I need to take a break.
Does it seem like it all blends together?
It does.
Yeah.
It does.
Mark?
Yeah.
And then
Sometimes
especially when
I'm
you're trying
kinda
to learn, when you're learning ritual too, and then you're reading whatever books that other brothers have, written.
Yeah.
It just, sometimes you're sitting there reading, and all of a sudden you're cross-eyed. You're like, oh.
Sometimes I'm like, what in God's name are you blathering about? Seriously, what? None of this makes sense. I'm sorry. That's how some of it reads to me. I'm just like, I don't get it.
You mentioned John Meek's new book that he came out with. I do want to get my hands on that and read it.
It's called 3 Knocks.
Yeah, I do. I seen on Facebook he's posted some stuff about it. I do
Yes.
want to get my hands on it and read that. And then
It's a very easy read. It's only less than 100 pages.
and then what was that other?
Littlest Lodge in Texas?
Yeah,
I think he wrote that one too,
He
right?
did.
Was that the one you were thinking about?
no, there was another book that we were talking about that you wanted. I don't remember now. It's not that big of a deal. I think Marty had that
The Idiot's Guide? Yeah.
No,
I
not
forgot.
that.
I don't
No,
know
he
where
had
that is right now.
he had the contact with the author. He wanted us to.
Oh, that one. Yeah.
Yeah.
I forgot the name.
Yeah, I can't remember. I can't
the one
remember it now.
I tried downloading it, like half the page was gone. So,
Really?
yeah.
Okay. Whatever.
Anyways, so you're also a part of this other group. Is
High
it
12.
International High 12? What's the actual name? Because we just say High 12.
High 12 International.
Okay, and what do you do?
My role is second vice president is to bring in Master Masons who want to have fellowship and have a good time, basically. As the reference is, high 12 comes from our Masonic ritual.
Yeah.
Most lodges meet at 12. In today's reality, we don't meet at noon anymore because people work, and it's just tough to everybody get away for an hour for lunch.
Yeah.
Ironically, this year, High 12 was started May 17th, 1921. So this is...
That's right. I was reading it, the 100-year anniversary.
It will be a 100-year anniversary. It will be close by in Sioux City, Iowa.
Really? Sioux City?
Wow, that's cool.
So...
I lived there for 2 years.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah, so I know that place real well.
So we're going to have a 2-day convention, providing COVID lets us have it. Right now, it's it's going to be live, and we're going to try to stick to that.
Good. Well, hopefully
So
that
no
works.
Zoom stuff.
Actually, we are toying with. Let me take a step backwards, and at my lodge level, we've been very blessed. We have some gentlemen who are able to do the filming for us and help us do hybrid meetings. So we're up to the full 25 per meeting, and anywhere from 15, to 20 people online. So Zoom has opened it up to a lot of brothers who can't make the lodge because of age, or there's a lot of snowbird brothers that are out of state, and they can make the meetings also. And the other day we had somebody chirp in from London, I think it was.
Wow. Wow.
Yeah. So.
Yes, we finally for our grotto we finally met in person last Friday.
Yeah.
That was the first time since
November.
Yeah, November we were able to actually meet in person. It was good. It was a good meeting. It felt so good to be back, you know, and surrounded by brothers, and prophets. So I mean, I hope that all works out and you guys are able to do that.
Yeah,
To,
I'm sorry. What you sent me, it seemed like they're doing Zoom too. Everybody's doing Zoom. That's the new thing. Zoom, just Zoom everything.
Yes, and I will tell you, it's been, as you guys probably attest, with our elder Masons, getting them up on Zoom and technology.
It's like a seance.
But here's the flip side of it. It brings in more fellowship. Our retention rate's going up. Our past dues are going down. So, it's working in a positive manner. In addition to that, way we have our setup, we have fellowship before dinner, and we're not doing it now, but we were broadcasting the fellowship while we're having dinner also, so brother could chirp in at that time also.
Okay.
Then we would shut it down. As long as no ritual shown, we can do pretty much anything we want to with it.
okay.
But the good news is we have the equipment to do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So if you don't have the equipment, it doesn't quite work.
Yeah. Yeah, we were able to over in Elmhurst. A brother over there, Todd. He has the lodge room is set up perfect for audio and video. He's a real good tech guy, and we were able to do a couple things there. We did a Zoom meeting, and then we did our my chapter that I'm Excellent High Priest, and we did the St. John's Day table toast there, and it went off pretty well. A lot of we had off and on. I think it was like 70. Between 60, 70 people participated on via Zoom, so that worked out pretty well. But more and more as it goes on, I'm starting to see that it does have its
Yeah,
it's
pain in the
good.
balls.
I know it is,
It
but it does have its good side to it. It does, but for the most part, I'm still like, no, not all masonry should be like that. But
I haven't seen like Mark, what you're saying. The numbers have gone up and the dues have been paid. I haven't seen that in any of the lodges I'm a part of. I just haven't seen it. But that's my experience. Everybody has a different experience with Zoom, but
Well, and the flip side, and I will say with the dues hardiness going down, there's two sides to that coin. One is due diligence by the master and the right committees, making the due diligence and reaching out to people, making sure the work gets done.
Sure.
If you don't do the work, then you might not see the return on that. And
well-
that's the other piece of it.
Yeah, because, well, if you don't say something to anybody and you just expect them to show up to a meeting, they're usually not. And I guess that's the way it is when we physically meet. You're not interacting with each other. Hey, get this guy to do this, you do that. You take charge of this and tell people what to do. Nobody's going to call. Nobody's going to say anything.
Yeah.
I mean,
I don't know about your lodge. Whenever we have something going on at my lodge, there's the call 'em all. We still use the call 'em all. I know some lodges don't anymore.
no.
And we have email, and then we have messenger from.
But we've gotten so good at ignoring that.
Yeah.
Whatever. I'll deal with it later.
No, hold on. First
No,
off,
you
look at
know
our
what it is,
look at our text
yeah.
message. The group, the Refreshment group text message.
I'm like, hey,
Messenger.
get on it.
Look, no, I'll be at work, dude, and I'll look at my phone. 102 messages missed. I'm like, how am I going to catch up with that?
How many of our texts are? How long are our texts? I know I text long, but how long are?
Dude, I'm
usually
just telling you.
texts?
You know what? Remember we were talking about getting cross-eyed reading books and reading the ritual? Sometimes in our feed, I'm just like,
That's true.
well, what just happened?
So, all right. Anyways, back to high 12. I'm a little disappointed that you didn't tell me that. Well, I don't want to go there just yet. What's the structure like?
The hierarchy?
Yeah. Do you have to go through degrees? What
Like
exactly?
as I am, let's say I'm a Master Mason, and I would say I want to join High 12. What's the steps?
Let's make it real simple. First, no ritual.
Okay.
Thank you.
You must be a Master Mason in good standing. That's the criteria. Master Mason in good standing.
So do you do ritual when you open? I mean,
It's a hybrid, I would say. Prayer, minutes, bills, close, sixes of distress, but there's no ritual.
Huh.
We try to. I would say, a social club.
a Masonic body without ritual to open and close. You're making my head spin.
The traditionist in
What?
them is
Yeah.
like,
The gears are.
Well, can I twist you a little bit more?
Yeah.
Women are able to sit in our meetings
Okay.
because it's a fellowship group. They cannot
Well,
hold.
that's fine because sometimes I get tired of looking at your asses. So.
I don't know.
Spit it out.
No, I will not spit it out.
Well,
No.
see, originally I thought the high 12 group was the high 12 group.
Oh my God.
Oh, Wes, I love you.
No?
But like I said,
Good answer.
it is a social group for fellowship.
See, social group for fellowship. It sure sounds like
And
it.
like it says, we meet at 12 or high noon. All the officers are men. A lot of the clubs do have, it's according to what their bylaws say. Some clubs will not have women, some will, some come to only certain functions.
Yeah.
But they are, most of the clubs, they are welcome to sit in and have breakfast with us, or dinner or lunch, whatever it may be. I will tell you that besides the beauty to the meeting, they also do a lot of the secretarial and treasurer work that a normal brother would do. They help with that also. They do some of that for us.
Okay.
But some of the high 12 groups do allow women to be part of the hierarchy, or
Do
no?
not.
No?
No, not the hierarchy, just part of the
Just
meeting.
part of the meeting.
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
All right.
All right, so they don't participate in any kind of voting or anything. Well, I mean, do you have voting?
We do have voting.
Okay, so but do
No,
they?
it's all the Masonic without the ritual.
Okay.
I mean, it's the open, the close, the minutes, the bills, the
Okay.
distress, voting
Okay.
on if you want to support various other charities within that.
Okay.
And like it or not, Wes,
What?
the ladies actually bring common sense to the meeting sometimes.
Well, I hope they would.
They do
I
because
mean, I'm not going to argue with that one.
Yeah, sometimes
You
things,
are part of the hierarchy, so I hope they would have.
I mean, the girls are smirking over there.
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, I know. They're just silently laughing away over there.
Yeah, seriously.
Just like, dude, they're like, God, what the fuck are these old bastards talking about?
Yeah.
Weird. Like,
No
they're looking at
clue.
each other being like, what did you get me into?
Let me do this, Wes, just to help you out a little bit, okay?
We got to go to break, so you want to do that real quick, or do you want to hold off on that?
I will hold off.
Okay.
All right.
All right. Well, with that, we got to take a break, and we'll be back. And we're back. And Mark was going to... I'm sorry, I should have asked you, am I allowed to talk?
Yes.
Oh my God.
Yes.
Okay. Well, Mark...
I knew he was going to do it to me.
Yeah.
Brother
I knew it
Nokes
was coming.
was going to leave us off with something before we went to break, but Mark, if you would like to read that now.
No, thank you, Brother Wes. Basically, where we left off was kind of the hierarchy and the mission of what High 12 International is. And what we're going to do probably the next 15 or 20 minutes, kind of drill down through what High 12 International does, doesn't do, and the good things that they do. And where I'm going to start with, so you get a reference of where we're at, is just read the mission statement to you, kind of where we stand, and that will give you an idea why we have some of this paraphernalia here. The bell, the schoolhouse bell, the schoolhouse.
Okay.
We'll come back around to that and explain to you what we use that for.
Okay.
When I stated, in the first session, our organization has made it to its 100th year. So not very many fraternal organizations can say they've made it that long. The idea with High 12 International was to help push forward education and Masonry ideals of Freemasonry. That was the two things that they wanted to do. But let me read this mission statement to you.
Okay.
And I'll give you some idea of what it is. The general objectives of High 12 International: to unite Masons in the happy bonds of a fraternal hour and inculcate the ideas taught in Masonry. To encourage and inspire Masons to follow these ideals in their everyday activities, in their communities, for the broader purpose of preserving these principles to the encouragement and support of education of youth and government based on the rights of the individual. To support and cooperate with all recognized Grand Lodges and other Masonic bodies. With this declaration of principle, that we speak and act as individuals and never for the institution of Masonry. So that is our core value of what we do.
So whenever you speak, and even when you're speaking about High 12, you're speaking for yourself and you're never speaking for the group as a whole? Is that how I understand that?
I'm speaking for High 12, but not for the institution of Masonry.
Right, you're speaking for High 12, but not as a whole group, just you as an individual, and those are just your
Yes,
views,
correct.
period.
Mhm.
Okay, all right.
Correct. Yes.
So, off camera, we're talking about philanthropies.
Yes.
What are some of those for the High 12?
The biggest one is we provide scholarships on a graduate level to George Washington University in D.C.
Oh, okay.
And we provide 3 to 5 scholarships a year, up to what started with more money, but the way the economy has worked, we fund the scholarships fully for $35,000 each.
Jeez.
Wow.
Shit. Wow.
And this is graduate level?
Graduate level.
So what are the what's George Washington University known for
Sure.
for the graduate stuff?
Sure. Let me get into. Well, let me come back to that question.
Okay.
Because that's why we have the schoolhouse here. Many years ago, they started at a foundation. It was called something different. It's called the Walkout Foundation now. And what happens at every meeting, there's 130 clubs in several states and foreign jurisdictions. Not every state has it. We pass this schoolhouse around at every meeting and collect funds for the scholarship.
Yeah, I was just looking. I didn't mean to finger that. That was kind of.
No, you're fine.
This is like a bank.
It is.
Okay. So, do you leave this as like donations at the What? I see you guys smiling.
It's
What?
okay. It's right.
No,
Listen.
I know what I said. I know that I
Just
did.
don't worry
I
about
stopped
it.
myself. But
No, you know, we're
all good.
laughing about
It's all
something
good.
else.
It's all good.
We're laughing about something else. Don't even worry about it. Right, ladies?
Oh, Lord Jesus. All right, forget it. Never mind. I screwed the whole schoolhouse thing up. I really fingered that one really bad, didn't I?
It's fine. It's fine. It's fine.
Yeah. So, all right, never mind.
But that's one way we.
So instead of like passing the hat, passing the fez, you pass the schoolhouse around.
Exactly.
People put money in it, and that's how you.
That's
so
a-
is that the only way?
No,
that-
we have
or-
an endowment fund.
Okay.
And then in that endowment fund throws off X amount of dollars each year, and that's how we fund the scholarships.
Okay.
And what happens at George Washington University, they have, at no cost to us, given us administrator there to help manage the funds there. And also they participate in the foundation also. So when that student leaves his graduate work, he or she, she will not have any debt.
Wow.
And the major thing of that, it's a loan.
Okay.
It's not a grant, it's a loan, because the covenant that we have, or the agreement, is that that young gentleman or young woman will work in some type of government work and give back to the community for 2 years.
Okay.
It cannot be political. It cannot be a lobbyist.
Okay.
So,
Okay.
and we have given 500 scholarships over the 100 years.
So is this only good for Masonic families or
No.
families that are non-Masonic as
I'll
well?
come back to that.
Okay.
Address Mark's
Right. Wow.
question.
Okay.
Okay.
Of the 500, only 2, is my understanding, have not met their obligation because they did want to go into government work. But they understood the agreement and they pay back the money.
Oh, crazy.
Oh, wow.
Oh, wow.
There's no question. They understood. They made a personal financial decision not to pursue it, and they paid it back.
Did you give them petitions? Did you send them petitions? Because seriously, I would have. I was like, that's exactly what we need in this fraternity.
Yeah, somebody
Yes.
who has like dignity to
We
you
have.
know,
Yeah, absolutely.
honor.
Wow.
No,
you know,
no,
to, like,
Excellent,
no,
excellent.
absolutely. I did myself personally.
No, good.
But
good.
absolutely. And these are both male and female.
Okay.
And I don't know if all 3 of you guys have college education or not.
Yeah.
I'm dumb.
No, you're not dumb. No, you're not dumb. The starting point at the graduate level, starting, 3.8,
Wow.
just to put your application in.
Wow.
I'm out.
So that's what a starting point is.
Well, if you're on this show, I'm thinking alcohol level, which is no problem.
yeah. If we got.
But I know you're talking about education, but yeah.
So what are they studying then? Is it just like at George Washington for graduates?
I'll come back to that in a
Okay,
second.
okay. Sorry.
Because it all ties in together. Most of these students, most of them, 4.0 or better, they're top of their class. The last class for 2020. God, I'm losing track of time.
Yeah.
One young lady was in a pageant for Miss Washington State. I can't remember which one it was. 4.0, 3 languages. Another gentleman worked for the government, helping sex trafficking in other countries.
Oh wow.
Those are the kind of profiles these people come from.
Wow.
It's not just Joe Blow off the street.
Right, this is the cream of the crop, you know.
This is better than cream of the crop.
Yeah.
And all of them speak a different, 2-3 languages.
Yeah.
They're all highly educated. They believe in the foundations of what Masonry is for the betterment of our government. That's what they do.
Okay.
Cool.
Cool. No, that's
Wow.
awesome. Yeah.
And obviously you said.
Huh?
Did you just hear me?
No, you're good.
Huh?
All right, that's weird. Things get weirder and weirder on your show. I forgot what I was saying. Oh, so this happens. This education program is good for Masonic families as well as non-Masonic families.
It
right?
is. But you have to, it's a higher qualification than any scholarship you've ever seen.
Okay. Do Masonic families get?
No,
Okay.
So everyone's equal then when
it's all
they
equal.
apply.
Good.
It's equal across the board.
Wow. Nice. Nice. Now, is it mostly Masonic families applying for this?
No.
Or trying to go through it? No.
No,
Okay.
these are all from all over the U.S.
Nice.
These are all undergraduate,
And is this known as like a Masonic program, or
Yes.
like the people that come?
At George Washington, it is considered a Masonic program, the
Okay.
Walcott Foundation.
But like the people that aren't involved in Freemasonry, do they know it as like a Masonic program or a Masonic education piece?
Yes,
Nice.
it is. The board of directors and officers are all Master Masons. The trustees, everybody, that is the one piece of it. We have one lady at George Washington University who's our administrator, who cuts the checks, makes sure everything's correctly, and no cost to us for that. So it's a very nice deal. We were giving out $70,000 per year, but because of economics and the economy, we had to scale that back.
Yeah.
Sure.
George Washington University went to work with us to get that cost down, so these young men and women could walk out into society while not being burdened with a heavy debt.
Wow, that's cool. That's something else right there.
Yeah, that's very
Yeah.
that's very interesting, especially at such a high level. I haven't heard that.
It's cool, I guess, yeah, for a high
Before.
level, for college in general, just because, like, for me as a college graduate, coming out with college debt and, with loans and all that stuff, that kills. Especially, like in this past economy, in the past, like even I want to say 10, 15 years, here's my
hasn't
debt,
been good.
here's what I'm getting paid.
Yeah, it hasn't
They're
been
never
good.
equal. So I mean, so for something like that, that's awesome. But then it also, I guess, forces the students to really up their game, obviously, and to really make themselves better.
But let me dang a little carrot out there for you. They can apply for a relocation loan also, and they will not have to pay that back too. So if they had to come, just say it's in Washington D.C., they have to come from the West Coast.
Yeah.
We'll help pay part of the relocation.
Wow.
They
Nice.
want the best of the best.
Wow.
I mean, yeah. And if the what is? I'm sorry, the word's eluding me right now.
Spit it out.
No, like to get in the
Scholarship,
Initiate.
admissions.
Initiation fee,
yeah. No.
scholarship fee, butthead, pickles, juice.
Here,
Today,
let-
Junior.
Here, let me
Yeah,
cut-
go back to that, and I'll maybe
Yeah,
it'll
so-
come back.
You ask what schools they have. George Washington School of Business, the Elliott School of International Affairs, or the Strattenberg School of Public Policy and Public Administration. So they can apply to 3 different schools within George Washington to get their graduate degree. And here's how the requirements read. Walcott fellowships are highly competitive, that's it's not said, and are determined by the trustees of the foundation. In addition to the outstanding academic credentials, applicants must, I repeat, must demonstrate a commitment to the Masonic ideas of high ethical and moral standards.
I like how they have to do trial by combat first off. I think that's great.
Most awards are made entering the year. Some of them go in their second year, depending on what happens.
Yeah.
Since some people, what's happening, these students are able to get into Yale, Stanford, Northwestern, and they're, for lack of a better word, they're vetting each other with the best deal they get. And sometimes we offer scholarship to them, they turn it down because they got a better deal or just something didn't quite click.
Yeah.
They go somewhere else. Yeah. I couldn't even stand up to these because I had to be honest with my daughter when she was graduated cum laude, 3.9.
Yeah.
I thought that was good. She couldn't muster this.
Really.
But she probably could. She speaks 2 languages, but I can't.
So when they get applied for, so let's say I just graduated from college, I got that, does it stay with you throughout all of graduate school, or is it only
2
1 year?
years.
2 years? Okay.
Yeah, because most and there's criteria here for that. And if you come in your second year, you have to have, I believe it's 16 hours, already have 16 hours to complete your rest of your degree.
That's a lot.
I know.
Especially for graduates.
It's very, these guys can do this standing on their head.
I don't doubt it.
Yeah, that's why it sounds like the elite of the elite,
and
the best of the best.
The nice part is, as you go to the hierarchy, the executive team for High 12 International, I will have the opportunity to go to George Washington, work with these fellows. I get to meet them once a year. So as I go through the hierarchy. I don't have any of the vetting process because I'm not a trustee.
Yeah.
We rely on a set of 8 trustees to take care of all that for us.
So don't be calling Mark trying to get in.
So here's
they have
go ahead.
100 applications, and you may be taking 3.
Wow. So I mean, I guess like for the more of a personal question, like what interested you in High 12? Because like, I'll be honest with you, like, you know, when you get into Masonry, you know, it's like, okay, you got the Blue Lodge. And then, like, once you become a Master Mason, hey, join the Shrine. Hey, join the Scottish Rite, or like maybe the York Rite, or you know, I don't know. I found the Grotto.
I would throw a name out there, Brother Santa Stephen.
Okay.
He invited.
You guys good with drinks?
I'm good.
Anybody need a drink?
No, I'm good. He invited me. The real reason I wanted to join it is self-centered. I didn't have to do any ritual. I didn't have to think.
Well, yeah, that's why I joined the Scottish Rite, because I heard I didn't have to do ritual.
Well, now you do.
No. No. No.
That's a whole different process.
No.
I'm already in line, so I don't have to worry about it.
I'm not in line. I already said I want nothing to do with line. You want me to act? I'll act. I'm not doing anything with line.
But where was I?
Joe?
Yeah, he invited me. And the real reason I could have fellowship with you guys, have a cocktail, have a nice meal, have the ladies there, and I could walk out and be done for the day and not have to worry about Masonry thereafter.
Him and the ladies, man, I think we've gotten him spoiled. He comes on the show. And
but like anything else, my Masonic journey, I got raised. I became secretary 6 months later. Jeez. No, it's okay.
Yeah, what year did you become a Mason?
10.
See, I thought you were a Mason for longer than
everybody.
I know I've told you that before.
Everybody thinks that.
We're about the same age then, really Masonically.
Yeah, but you come off as you've been in the fraternity all this time.
You mean I don't act like you?
How you talk? No, I mean, I know what I'm talking about. I mean, you act like you know what you're talking about, but.
You would though. There's a lot of brothers that I've met over the years that I'm like, wait, you've only been a Mason for how long?
Yeah.
You know, like Viggy. I thought Viggy was like a lifer.
No, he's not.
You know, and he's not. And I'm just like, whoa.
Like, yeah, I heard that too. I was very surprised.
When he first told me how long, I was like, you're kidding.
We'll have to get Viggy on the show for you guys. So.
But
maybe.
Here's the reality. I became a secretary lodge because I had some skill sets that were unique to that position, and I could do it. Same thing with High 12. I got invited. I went through the chairs very quickly, became state president. I think my first role at High 12 was an endowment trustee. That's what my role was. Then went to a convention, just like we do Grotto or anything else. I got approached, not in a favorable way. Would you like to be treasurer? I said that just for you.
Oh, well, yeah, because, man, you got my freaking head rolling
I just said that for you. But it was a contested ballot. Here, but I'm brand new to this thing, and fortunately, I won the ballot.
So would your answer would have been different if he came up to you and gave you the Mick Dundee?
Yes.
The Mick Dundee.
Oh, God, that's the first thing I started thinking of getting off, and I had to say it.
I told you I could hang with you.
Yeah?
Oh my God! I told you, Wes.
All right.
But then I got the treasurer role. Then I grew out of that. Then I got vetted very heavily because in High 12 we are vetted unlike a Blue Lodge, hey, I like you, get in line.
If we vetted that well, you made it in.
Jeez. Oh, the shots fired. The shots are fired.
Wes,
Pew, pew.
that offer I just made to help you is rescinded.
Oh, that's a good thing I know Higher Brothers.
So, I mean, I guess, we're kind of coming up on time here.
Do we need to go in overtime?
I guess.
Yes.
I mean, we can go a few minutes over
But
time.
here's the other Mark.
Pitch to the Masons. Like, pitch to your average Master Mason why I should join High 12.
All right, before I do that, the last thing with regard to High 12, we are on 13 states. I don't remember how many states we are. Illinois has 14 clubs, which has the most. I've had the fortune to start new clubs. And you know how much hard work that is to start any organization.
Regional 6.
Yeah.
You know the brother Cornell Darden.
Yes.
Helped him start his club in South Suburban.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
All right.
Yeah, I was part of that. Got him started on that.
How many are in the Chicago area?
5.
Wow.
Oh, I just off the top of my head, I had to count them up. Oak Park, Villa Park, Northwest, Gurnee, South Suburban. I would consider that Chicago.
Yeah.
And just one more. Freeport, Moline,
Rockford, yeah.
Mattoon, Urbana, and just one more. I can't remember what it is. The other thing is you have to have certain members to start a club, just like any other independent body. You got certain members, certain stuff. They have something called International President's Club. And what that is, if a state doesn't have an association or a club, a member can join that for, I think it's $10, and be a member at large until they're able to start an association. In addition to that...
Like a nomad, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
exactly.
Right.
That's a good, I use that term, thank you. Who it's really good for is Grand Lodge line officers who cannot sit down for a regular meeting, but they can be part of us, and when invited, they can be a piece of us. And then they can offer their wisdom when they can.
Okay.
Because we talked earlier, Grandmaster just doesn't have the time of day to barely sleep anymore.
Yeah.
Especially with COVID, they're very busy. But the way to pitch this to the average Mason out there, we've all been hit there. We all have different things, lots of different bodies. Don't do that. Don't get involved like I did. Don't become Blue Lodge, Knighted in a year, become thrice illustrious and past excellent and all the other stuff all in 1 year.
Yeah.
Don't do that.
No.
Being in High 12 at a luncheon, you're able to walk in, meet your brothers, break bread with them, get their wisdom, what direction, what skill set they can offer to Masonry overall and move in the right direction. That would be what would be good for them. Just take a year, learn what we're about, learn the different things that we can do or don't do, and go from there. And no ritual.
A ritual.
No
If
ritual.
that didn't tell you, then I don't know what else
No, but actually there is when you get initiated, there's 2 rituals involved with it, which are...
Oh, well, now you lied. Now,
Now
he's got to go in editing and fix all that shit. Jeez.
The 2 rituals involve drinking something.
Oh, well, okay.
The Malort shot.
The Malort shot.
No, my lord. No, my lord.
Well, speaking of shots, it's that time for shout out and shots out. And Mark, do you have a shout out you want to give to
I
anybody?
do. I'd like to give a shout out to past master Don Miller from Palatine Lodge.
Don Miller.
Don Miller.
Bring it in.
All right. Cheers, my
Same
brother.
time.
Cheers.
And here we go.
Beautiful.
Love the
That was
plum.
smooth.
That was smooth.
That was really smooth.
All right, everyone, that's all we have time for this episode. Excuse me. If you haven't already, like and subscribe. We're on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, everything else, right?
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure. I don't know. Yeah, 'cause I take care
We
of
can
it.
create stuff.
Whatever.
You want us on my
Actually-
OnlyFans? I could do OnlyFans.
I have one last shout out, if I may.
Sure.
This is for the Jacques de Molay
The Jacques de Molay Lodge.
Yeah, Jacques de Molay Lodge is
Elmhurst.
Elmhurst. Will be having the first stated meeting this Saturday, February the 13th. 8 a.m. is fellowship, and 9 o'clock the gavel will drop. And hope you can make it. They're under dispensation right now, but try it out.
Great. All right, everyone. Have a good night, day, or whenever you're watching this. Hopefully it's just not on the toilet. Have a good one.